Hey everybody, Leo D here with another gig log, and in this gig log, it's carnival time. Once again, I've been hired to DJ another carnival party down in a farm down in South Florida, and I'm rolling tape early because I'm already starting my prep. Going through my record collection, pulling out some nice gems that I can play at the party. I'm doing my research online, checking out what's popular right now in Colombia and Barranquilla for the carnival time, and I'm also going to go ahead and answer a question that I'm asked very often. If you've watched my videos, you've seen that I have three different types of EV speakers. I have my ZLX powered speakers, I have my EKX passive speakers, and I have my ETX powered speakers as well. And I also have a bunch of different controllers. I have either XDJ R1, I have turntables, and I have CDJs. And so the question I'm asked very often is, how do you choose what you're going to use at all the different parties that I do? So I'm going to try to answer that right now. So for the first part, let's focus on the speakers. It's my opinion that I'd rather have a lot more power and tone that down than to have not enough power and then have to really drive my speakers at an event. So when I'm booking an event and I ask the client what the head count is for their event, if the head count is between 10 and 70 people, usually what I'll do is I'll bring out a small set of speakers, either my ZLX 12-inch powered speakers or my EKX 12-inch passive speakers. If the head count is between 75 and 150 people, usually what I do is I boost that sound up a little bit more. I'll bring out two 15-inch full range speakers and two 18-inch subs. So that's either going to be my EKX 15-inch passive speakers with the matching EKX 18-inch passive speakers, or I might even do one pair of ETX 18-inch subs and then maybe a top or two. If the head count is above 150 and close to 200, usually what I do is I bring out four subs. And that'll either be four 18-inch passive subs, my EKX speakers, or four 18-inch powered subs, which are my ETX speakers. Once the head count is above 250, almost 300 or more, I'm pretty much bringing the house. At that point, I'm renting the truck, and I'm putting every speaker I own into the truck and going out to that party. I'm going to blow the roof off that place. But I'll have enough power for everything. So now that the speakers are set, here are the few things that I consider when selecting a control surface for an event. The first thing I think about is, how much room do I have? Do I have plenty of room? I can bring out my turntables or my CDJs because I'm up on a stage, or the room has plenty of room for me to set up my full DJ booth? Is it going to be a super tight fit like in a lounge or a nightclub? I have to bring up my WeGo or maybe my XDJ or a smaller controller, or is it somewhere in the middle? The second thing I think about is, what type of event is it? Is it a wedding? Is it a private event? Is it a public event? Is it a corporate event? If it's a wedding, most of the time my go-to device is my XDJ R1, simply because of the remote control feature. I like to be able to go out onto the dance floor, make the announcements, and be able to control the music, control the volume, all from within the remote control feature. If it's a private event, I might bring out my turntables, I might bring out my CDJs because I want to showcase the fact that I'm using vinyl or I'm using CDJs. I might be able to do some turntablism or some heavy mixing or something like that. If it's a corporate event, I want to keep my setup clean, so I might use my XDJ, I might use my CDJs, whatever. Again, that all depends on the space. Finally, the last thing I think about is, where is the event? Is it going to be indoors or is it outdoors? If it's indoors, then all my control surfaces are in play. If it's outdoors, there's a few that I don't want to expose to the elements. For example, I don't want to expose my turntables and my vinyl to elements because that's not a good thing. I don't want to expose my frontline CDJs because I like to protect those as much as possible. I don't want to use my XDJ R1 if it's going to be outdoors and there's a possibility of rain or something like that, because that's my go-to for weddings. So I do have a set of CDJs in individual flight cases that I use for outdoor events. So those are the CDJs that I'm going to use for this event, because at this event I'm expecting there to be my Sena, and if you haven't seen my previous Carnival Party video, my Sena is a mess. It gets all over everything and it's such a mess to try to clean up. So those are the ones that are going to take the brunt. So now with that said, it's time to get everything loaded up and out to the party. I have everything unloaded and set up at the venue. Let me show you how it looks and how it sounds. I chose to use my ETX powered speakers. So here's my left side, two 18-inch powered ETX speakers, my ETX 35P powered 3-way top. There's gonna be a band, so I'm using my ZLX speakers as monitors for the band, and I've ran my cable snake for them to plug into. Right over here is my right side. And then for my control surfaces, I'm using my Pioneer CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 and my DJM 450 mixer. I'm using my Behringer 12-channel mixer for the band and for myself, and my sound processor. Now let's see how it all sounds. Okay, so here we are with the clients that put all this together. This is their 10th year of doing this.
Hola, bienvenidos a nuestro 10º aniversario de Los Rumberos de Miami. Muchas gracias a todos los que nos apoyan hace más de 10 años. Bienvenidos a gozar como una gran familia.
Now it's time to party.
Yeah.
Party. This is the last song of the night. Once again, I want to thank you for watching the video. Appreciate everything. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I have some more videos coming. Once again, thanks for watching.